the first 5 Psalms. But I'm completely not worthy. So I am going to take this approach. I am going to introduce 5 very short videos which will discuss briefly the Messianic perspective on what Jesus' presence is in these Psalms. Because surely Jesus, if you take the Messianic approach to studying the Old Testament, Jesus is in the Psalms. He's certainly in Psalm 22, he's in other Psalms, but he's throughout the Psalms because Jesus was the fulfillment of the laws and everything that was laid down by God throughout the Torah and the Tanakh and the Old Testament. Jesus is there every step of the way. So let's take a look at Psalms 1 through 5 from the Messianic perspective of the presence of Jesus in each of these Psalms, and in a multimedia fashion. And I hope you enjoy this.
Attention on Psalm 1, a psalm of wisdom. Now imagine Jesus, the living embodiment of wisdom. Psalm 1 promises that those who meditate on God's law day and night are like trees planted by streams of water, and we shall not be moved. Jesus, the Word made flesh, is the fulfillment of this law. He is the tree planted by streams of water, bearing fruit in due season, prospering in all he does. Now picture Jesus in Psalm 1. He is not just present, he is the very essence of it. He is the righteous man, the tree, the fruit. He is the wisdom of Psalm 1. And with this, we open you to the Messianic perspective to get you started in the wisdom of the Psalms.
You need to hear this if you're a seeker of deeper truths. Dive into the connection between Jesus and Psalm 2 and discover messages that transcend time. Psalm 2 poses a grand question: who is the true king? Written centuries before Jesus, it speaks of a king God sets upon his holy hill. You are my son, today I have begotten you. This verse isn't just historical, it's prophetic. Christians see this as a clear foretelling of Jesus the Messiah who claims ultimate authority from God himself. Intrigued? This is just a glimpse. Imagine what depths we can uncover together in the rest of the Psalms. Stay tuned. Are you ready to journey through the depths of Scripture? Today we dive into the Messianic whispers found in Psalm 3. In the serene verses of Psalm 3, David cries out in a time of crisis, surrounded by foes. Yet amidst his turmoil, he finds solace in the Lord, his shield, his glory, the lifter of his head. Fast forward 1,000 years, and these verses resonate with the life of Jesus. Like David, Jesus found himself surrounded not just by physical adversaries, but by the weight of the world's sins. Still, he trusted in God, drawing strength from his Father, finding victory over death itself. In Psalm 3, we see not just a prayer of desperation, but a prophetic echo of the Redeemer's resilience and triumph. Join us as we continue to explore the divine footprints left in the Psalms.
What's something people don't know about Psalm 4? Well, get ready for a 45-second journey through time and prophecy. In Psalm 4, David speaks of peace and refuge in times of distress. You have given me relief when I was in distress. Picture Jesus in Gethsemane praying, distressed yet finding peace in his Father's will. David's request, "Answer me when I call, O God of my righteousness," echoes ahead to Jesus who fulfills all righteousness, crying out to God and always being heard. This psalm isn't just an ancient song, it's a clear reflection of Christ's life, a beacon for all who seek solace and righteousness through him. So next time you read Psalm 4, see it as a mirror, reflecting the Messiah's journey. Intrigued? Stay tuned for more glimpses of Jesus in the Psalms. I'm sure you've heard the news. Psalms aren't just prayers, they're prophecies. Today we're cracking open Psalm 5 to spot the Messiah, for surely he is there. Psalm 5 isn't just a morning prayer, it's a divine echo of Christ's experiences. As David seeks refuge and guidance, he mirrors the trust and reliance that Jesus exemplified during his time on earth. Notice how David talks about God's hatred for wrongdoing. This mirrors Jesus' constant quest for righteousness and his confrontation with evil. And there's more, the way David speaks of God's abundant mercy. It's a clear foreshadowing of the grace and salvation brought forth by Jesus' sacrifice. Every verse rings with anticipation, every word a subtle whisper of the coming Messiah. So next time you read Psalm 5, see it as a map pointing straight to Jesus, guiding us in righteousness and echoing with the promise of his eternal love. And there you have it, Psalm 5 trimmed down to its messianic essence, not just a cry for the morning, but a prophetic glimpse into the life and mission of Christ. Continue on your